Okay, one of the exercises I like to do to enhance our martial arts technique and to also exercise at the same time, because we're trying to combine the two, is I use these rubber tubings. Now, these are called Power Tube Pro. You can buy these in Australia from Rebel Sports or wherever, but you know, everywhere else will have something like this. And you can also get these long sort of rubber bands and tubes in different strengths. It can tell you the kilograms and so on. But I use this system here with these connections. And one of the exercises I'm going to show you is the palm strike. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do it, isotonic or isometric. I prefer isometrics, but basically tube attached to the pole and strike out. Okay, you can do it like this. You can do it in a horse stance. What I really like to do, or what I do, is isometric. So I will take the palm strike out and I hold it there for 20-30 seconds, probably 30 seconds. I do the same on the other side for 30 seconds. I might change the stance, and then I'll practice all our different palm strikes, holding them all for 30 seconds. Once I've done the extended version out here, I step forward and do it halfway. When I've finished doing the halfway, I do the just off from the chest. Now, a couple of things of interest. What you do learn from your stances. Doing this exercise, as well as strengthening the core muscles for a palm strike or punch, if you want to do punching, you find your stances improve. So if I was just to do a normal everyday stance and do this, I can feel a lot of strength coming from the shoulder here. I can feel it coming from maybe my back foot, this sort of stance. If we go into a traditional, not quite sure what to call this stance, a traditional, this is a Lacan stance basically, used for stick fighting. But it's a traditional stance you see in most martial arts. If I use this and stretch out, I can actually feel the muscles in my back and I can feel the muscles in this thigh as it's been driven into the ground. So this teaches you basically which muscles you're using for your martial art while strengthening those muscles. So that's one of the techniques I use with these sort of elastic band power training. Yeah.
The other advantage about using bands is you know which muscles, but also you can train your body to actually sink down. So I push out from the stance here, I push out, now everything's all going to my back leg, but now if I sink my weight down, it's still going to my back leg but it's more grounded. You can still feel the muscles in here going through. Now it's different when I go from this stance. If your hips belt this way, it's not very good. You find out it's not very strong, but you straighten your hip up, it lines your arm up straight up. Now you feel a difference. You know, adjust your like all your movements. You know if your hip's straight, as soon as you put your hip back, you feel it going back. And you can actually sink your weight down so that it's even between your legs. Like if you're on loose stones or something, you put too much weight on your back leg, it actually goes out. If you manage to actually try and get it a bit on here, but actually drop your weight straight down. Yeah, hold it there for a minute, and then you can just slowly sink your weight. You're still on your back leg, but your muscles are different. Yes, you can feel all the different muscles in that, even if you're going to the horse. You can feel all the muscles in your body, it lines it up quite well. Now you can feel which muscles you're actually using down your back and everything else. So when you actually go to strike, it actually makes it more efficient, because you know what muscles, like it's muscle memory. When you go to line up, you push automatically, those muscles will actually fire up when you go to push. So just when your body trains, and you go like that, those muscles will automatically come into play. That's a good way of actually training, realising what muscles you're actually using. So when you actually go to use it, you can actually feel which muscles. Now I can sort of change my posture. And my posture is more straightened up, my hips are more in line. You feel where your weight, you actually feel where your weight is between your legs. Now I can actually transfer my weight to my front leg. Now I can actually transfer the weight to my back leg. That's to the front leg. Now you can move back, now it's even between the two. So it helps you actually line up your posture. So when you actually fight, you can actually line it up.
Okay, another exercise I like to do, which is good for the core. You can feel the lats being used, the obliques being used, is this lock-in technique. So I've got the elastic band here, and then hold. And I can tell you, I can feel it here, through the chest, the arms, hold for 30 seconds. And then I do to here for another 30 seconds. So I hope you can see it better this way. Can you see it better this way, William? Can you see the band?
It makes a difference, yeah.
Yeah, so from there, and
Yes,
pin,
different, yeah.
and just hold it there. And you can definitely feel all the muscle here tighten. My exercise day tomorrow.
Good dots there.
Outstanding. Okay, so another one is this, look at this relatively thick band. And what I do, this is for knees. And I'll tell you where the muscles are being affected when I do it. Because I know when I'm using it where they are. Okay, so I've tied it around my ankle. Pull this in a bit. And then I hold it in isometric there for quite a while. Here. So I definitely feel it all through here. I feel it through the quads here. I can feel it through pretty much my whole body on that side. So I will hold it there for 20-30 seconds. Give myself a bit more lead. I'm actually stepping on the lead to pin it, and then take it up higher. Hold it for 20-30 seconds. Again, feel it right through here. Feel it through your lower back. So that's another exercise I would do with the rubber bands, or with some kind of rubber band, or you could even use cabling and weights if you want. If you've got a weight machine, you can use cabling to pick it up, which simulates a martial arts technique, or a martial arts use. Rather than just pushing weights, we wanted to simulate our martial arts uses. Okay, so my strengthening kicking techniques to simulate a our martial art techniques. What I do is isometric kicks against a solid object. Now it's different to using the elastic bands or weight. Well, actually using a weight, you kind of yield in isometrics. Using elastic bands, you're getting some kind of resistance. This is solid resistance. So what I do for the front kick, for example, is I take my foot low and I push hard against it for a good 20 to 30 seconds. Sometimes you can cramp up here. And what I try and imagine is I'm trying to squash something between my foot and the pole just to get that extra push in. Then I take a break for 30 seconds, take it up a bit higher, do it again. Then a break for 30 seconds, take it up a bit higher, you do it again. And what's interesting is you can feel, whereas this is kicking upwards into the target, this is literally like a stamp push forwards. So now, I used to do this. I don't do this one as much anymore really because I've changed my kicking style to the side. But the other thing you can do is lift the foot to the side and then hold that for 30 seconds. I often use my mobile phone timer. And again, you can take it up higher and higher. Now, because OzCane also has a kick, that's a front kick to the side, I also practice that. So you can see, pressure into that solid non-moving object, and I can feel it here, here, I can feel it in the back leg here, I can feel it down the calf into my foot, and I can get a guard up. And I didn't rest between any of that, so I can certainly feel it in the thighs. But that's the exercise I do for strengthening, maintaining the legs and the hips and the core, but also mixing it so that it's part of a martial arts technique.